Morning. Peace, everybody. What's going on? Hope everybody having a good morning. Coffee time, episode 31. Focus. Focused on what's important, right? But I wanted to have a conversation real quick, permitting. Hopefully, a couple people joining the conversation, joining the comments. A lot of this coffee time conversation gets a playback. So if you're in a playback, I want your opinion on something. I really do. You don't have to agree with me, and I don't want people to agree with me all the time. And I just want your guys' opinion. But I wanted to talk a little bit about because it's the 10-year anniversary of Ferguson, and rest easy, Mike Brown. You know, um, his family never been the same. Ferguson was the basically beginning of a lot of this activism that's going on. But I want to talk about somebody who jumped on the scene after Ferguson and one of her counterparts, one of her contemporaries, and it's Cori Bush. Cori Bush, we know, was became a very popular um, in the 10 years since Mike Brown got killed. She actually just lost her seat, right? And I had did Dr. Short and myself had did a show before in reference to Cori Bush. What's going on, Chef C? How you, bro? Dr. Short and myself had did a conversation about Jamal Bauman before, and right before a crucial vote, this guy pulled the fire alarm. And to this day, I think Jamal Bauman did one of the most craziest, clownish things I ever thought somebody would do as a politician. Pull a fire alarm in right before a vote. He said it was a mistake. He got fined. However, I want to talk about Jamal Bowman and Cori Bush in reference to focusing, not focusing on why you're there. Um, Jamal Bowman, he used to be a congressman representing the Bronx. His district was in the Bronx. Cori Bush was in St. Louis. And it's real unfortunate that these two people who are people of color, two Native Black Americans, from what I understand, and two people who got there because they were there to represent their district. And it goes back to when you choose to align yourself with other people, whether they black or not, you start speaking on issues that, yeah, they may concern us as a whole, but they don't concern us specifically first. Now, Jamal Bauman, they ran somebody against him, and it was APAC money. We all know what APAC is about. APAC ran somebody against Jamal Bowman, he lost. APAC ran somebody against Cori Bush, she lost. Now, last summer, what Cori Bush did for Juneteenth is she tried to revive, and a lot of people don't know this because it went under the radar. Dr. Short and myself talked about it when we talked about HR 4321. That what Cori Bush did last year was she tried to revive HR 40. And she spoke about it, but she tried to revive it. However, I don't think she made it a priority because, we all know what happened in October of 2023, where it's basically been a whole bunch of stuff going on with Israel, Palestine, and everybody's been talking about it. And Dr. Shaw had always taken the approach, and I agreed with him, that sometimes we don't need to speak on certain affairs. Definitely when you're a sitting politician, definitely when you're taking money from these special interest groups. Now, I don't know if Jamal was taking money. I actually saw a video where he called APAC out, and we all seen what Cori Bush did when she realized that she lost. She basically waged war against APAC. And some people tried to say it was anti-Semitic. We all know it wasn't. However, the conversation that we need to have is when you choose to go into politics, yes, you are a voice of the people, but you have to be a voice of your constituents first. You have to be a voice of the people who got you in office first and foremost. And we've seen this over and over where a lot of these politicians, and shout out to our sister Cynthia McKinney, because she's been trying to tell people about what goes on. But people continue thinking they're going to do better. They're going to, oh, when I get in there and I get in position, I'm going to do it this way. And what happens, you go in there and it's a reality check. That a lot of people who may have started funding your campaign, once you get in there, the lobbyists, they will try to lobby you to be part of certain things and certain groups, certain little packs, and they lost focus. So we all know that Jamal Bowman and Corey Bush basically had been part of the squad, along with uh, the Presley girl, uh, Omar Iksan from Minneapolis, Rashida Tlaib, AOC. Rashida Tlaib, when Kamala Harris first announced that she was going to run for president, Rashida Tlaib did not endorse her. Rashida Tlaib did not endorse her, and why it was strategic on Rashida Tlaib's part is because Rashida Tlaib, she has the seat that the great John Conyers once had, right? But Rashida Tlaib represents the largest. She's a Muslim sister. She represents the largest Muslim district in the country. They are against what's going on with Gaza and Palestine. So she said she was going to withhold her endorsement because she was speaking as a voice for her people. She's speaking as a voice for her people. Iksan Omar, I don't know what she said, but I don't think that she has said that she's going to endorse Kamala Harris yet. Now we know that they're Democrats and they're going to be down with whatever. However, what the important is that the important aspect of what I'm talking about is that she is literally holding her support until she finds out something, till she finds out what's going on and what is Kamala Harris's stance. Now, presently, I just seen this clip where Kamala Harris said that it's a ceasefire, but I believe it's double talk because you can't say you want a ceasefire, but then you're taking that APAC money as well. You get $5 million from APAC that is known, and that ain't including what we consider dark money. And then you got AOC. AOC is a sellout. AOC done sold the squad out. AOC done sold the progressive movement out in the Democratic Party. We all know the progressive movement was getting really, really big. AOC has sold them out. AOC has aligned with Nancy Pelosi. So all the stuff that we used to see with AOC, where she would be boisterous, and some people liked her rhetoric, you won't see it. She has fell in line. She won't even be talking that squad stuff no more. Watch in the next couple years. You won't even hear her saying. You ain't heard her say nothing about Cory Bush that I've heard. So the whole point of having this focus topic and coffee time is to get everybody to understand that when you're an elected politician, and this is why I always say that a true activist cannot align themselves with any politics. Because you're going to be bought and sold, and you're going to be compromised as an activist. If you're going to be an activist, you're going to be a voice and a speaker for the people. And if you align yourself with politicians, you're going to be compromised. It's unfortunate about Cory Bush, and I think that the sister might have been genuine and sincere, but she got elected. Her and Jamal, they got elected, and they start speaking bad about Palestine. And we know what this country is about. We know that this country is going to ostracize you once you start speaking about Israel. It's just the way it is. If you're going to speak bad about Israel, just know that they're going to try to come and they're going to come for you. That's why you allow the ground activists to do this type of work. What you do when you're a politician or when you're a celebrity, you get money and you support the grassroots activists, because the grassroots activist is going to stay on code, whether people like it or not. Grassroots activists really can't be bought because they're beholden to nobody but the people. When you become a politician, when you become a celebrity, you got what they call handlers. So that's all I really wanted to kick it about. And, it's unfortunate, like I said, with Corey Bush and Jamal Bowman, but it is what it is. I mean, they chose to align themselves with people and certain causes that wasn't good for their constituents. I mean, Jamal Bowman, no way in hell he should have lost in the Bronx. He represents the Bronx. No way he should have lost. Or Corey. No way they should have lost. Same thing with Hill Harper. Hill Harper went and made an interview and said basically they tried to pay him money instead of running for senator to run against Rashida Tlaib. The minute that he said they tried to pay him money, he messed up. He shouldn't have said nothing. He got demolished as a senator. And he was an actor who was known. And he lost to somebody who AIPAC funded. So, if you're going to be a voice for the people, you got to do it with some tact. You got to do it strategically. With that, everybody have a great day. Stay up. Y'all keep it tight.